When you hear the word dementia, you may think of it as a condition that only affects older people. It's true that being older is a key risk factor for developing dementia, but did you know that internationally, approximately 1 in every 2,900 babies are born with a condition that causes childhood dementia? And recent statistics estimate that more than 1,000 Australian children are living with this condition. Dementia is the term used to describe a group of diseases that affect cognitive abilities such as memory, thinking, and ability to perform daily activities. As a person's brain's nerve cells are damaged over time, it leads to a greater decline in their cognitive abilities beyond what's expected in normal aging. Depending on the type of dementia, this decline is often accompanied by changes in mood, emotions, behavior, and motivation. Let's look at some key statistics. Currently, over 55 million people worldwide have dementia, with nearly 10 million new cases reported each year. Common early signs and symptoms include forgetting recent events, misplacing items, getting lost, being confused in familiar places, losing track of time, difficulty solving problems or making decisions, trouble following conversations or finding words, struggling with familiar tasks, misjudging distances, feeling anxious, sad, or angry about memory loss, personality changes, inappropriate behavior, withdrawing from work or social activities, and decreased interest in others' emotions. Dementia affects people differently depending upon the underlying causes, other health conditions, and the person's level of cognitive functioning before being diagnosed with dementia. The brain is an amazing organ containing billions of nerve cells called neurons. These neurons form an interconnected network, continuously sending signals throughout the body. These messages allow you to function, breathe, think, sense, move, and respond to the world around you. Dementia is a progressive disease. There are 7 different stages of dementia a person may experience. These are: 1. Appears normal. At this stage, there are no obvious signs or symptoms, although brain changes may be occurring. 2. Very mild. There are no noticeable symptoms that differ from typical aging. Brain imaging may reveal some plaques or degeneration. 3. Mild. Here, the person may experience mild cognitive deficits like increased forgetfulness or disorientation and difficulty finding words. Loved ones begin to notice a decline. 4. Moderate. The person's memory of recent events is affected. They may have difficulty with complex tasks and managing personal affairs. They may be in denial or withdraw from family. The decline will be obvious to a doctor, and family and friends will notice symptoms. 5. Moderately severe. The person will experience major memory lapses, including significant life events. They need help with daily activities such as dressing or preparing meals and can no longer manage personal affairs. 6. Severe. At this stage, the person can no longer care for themselves. They may forget the names of family members, have difficulty finishing tasks, and have affected speech. Other symptoms include incontinence, depression, agitation, and delusions. 7. Very severe. The person will require full-time care and assistance with all daily activities. They may experience loss of speech and ability to walk. Okay, let's now look at what is considered best practice. The primary objective is to provide evidence-based, person-centered care that promotes well-being and independence while supporting the person with dementia throughout their condition. Let's break down the key elements of best practice in more detail. These are: timely diagnosis. Symptoms must be acknowledged when first recognized by the person or their family and should not be dismissed as part of typical aging. Encourage the person to seek help from specialists early. Person-centered care. Disability support professionals have skills and experience working collaboratively to provide supports based on an individual's needs and preferences. Supporting people with dementia is no different. Independence and well-being. Encourage the person with dementia to exercise and eat well. Help them remain independent in daily activities as much as possible. This may involve modifying their environment to support safety and independence. Participating in meaningful activities. Support the person to be involved in meaningful and enjoyable activities. Modify the environment to reduce confusion and agitation. Keep interactions positive. And use clear communication to provide education, reassurance, and support. Coordinated multidisciplinary care. People with dementia benefit from working with a multidisciplinary team that includes medical, nursing, and allied health professionals. This supports continuity of care across different settings and is particularly important when transitioning between home and hospital or respite care. Adapting the environment. Implement any recommendations made by the allied health team to modify the home environment for safety, reduce confusion, and support their independence.